Just recently, I uploaded the Bohemian Nightmare video. And in that video, which will be linked in the description if you didn't see it, we had a player who was lower rated than the opponent pick Bohemians and go all in wagons. It wasn't just wagons. There were some other aspects, but watch the video because some of the things I say here are going to relate to that. And this is a very different game, or not very different game, but it's a different game with different players where we talk about the strength of the Bohemians. Because right now, they really seem to be a civilization that excels on the map arena. Excuse me. Sorry, I got a little bit distracted here. And in the red, we have Sniper. And Sniper AoE is a French content creator. He's a really good player, around 1900 2K. And Sniper is playing as the Teutons. In my eyes, a top 5 arena civilization. Important to note. And then in the blue, we have Kara, who is a Turkish player I have known of for years. And Kara is one of those guys, one of those clowns, as people say, who loves to play arena and loves to make monks. So in that video I uploaded between ACCM and RMQ, we had the Bohemian player go for the Hussite wagons. And what happened was ACCM was very well aware that Bohemian monasteries are really cheap and that Bohemians get the mining tax. So ACCM figured, well, what I have to be scared of is the monks. So in that game, he went for the light cav approach, right? He went for scouts. He went for a counter. Well, that is going to be on the mind of Sniper here as well. Now, the difference is ACCM ended up dying because ACCM did not have very good monks. Vietnamese simply do not have that. Teutons are one of the best monk civilizations. So let's talk about how this is going to play out. So let's say Kara goes for Fast Castle into the wagons, just like in that other video. Sniper would most likely go for monks, get monk technologies, and with redemption, convert those wagons. And that should be fairly easy to do. Now, what you could do in Kara's position, and I mentioned it in that previous upload, is you could go for your own monks as well. You could get the Atonement upgrade, which allows you to convert enemy monks. And you can have, like, while they're converting your wagons, you convert their monks. And then suddenly you have all the monks, you get all the wagons back. It seems ridiculous, but I think you guys understand where I'm going with this. The problem is going for any type of conversions against Teutons is hard to justify because the Teutons resist conversion. It takes like twice as long to convert a Teuton unit. So everything that I just said about going monks and wagons feels a little iffy. You know, it feels tough to justify. So I think if this was like a top 10 player matchup, Teutons would be seen as clearly the better civilization. And I think the Bohemian player would have to somehow try and take advantage of chemistry being available in Castle Age. I mean, Teuton farms are cheap. Their tech tree's awesome. Their monks are great. It's really hard to kill Teutons. But Kara is known for going YOLO monks and has only been picking Bohemians for the last week. And will do monks regardless. So heads up if you end up getting around 2K. In fact, just an hour ago, I played Kara in a game. And I was melee against Bohemians. I went 2 stable light cav. And I know the player. And that's his weakness. The weakness of Kara is that he's predictable. And I'm a caster, so I watch all the games, right? So I literally said to Kara, I was like, hey, how many monks are you going to make in this game? And Kara responded with 40. And, I ended up getting the W in that game with a bunch of light cav. Kara just doesn't care. Didn't even make Spearman. Didn't even freaking make Spearman in that game. But yeah, it's just a player I've known for a long time. Back in the day, used to always go for the monks.
Yeah.
Sniper is more of a, like, overall player. Likes to play Arabia, likes to play open maps, but is pretty capable here. And I think has the better civilization. So, to circle back, to get our mindset right before we approach the later stages of this game, I think the absolute safe approach, if you're Teutons, is to just go for your own monks. Because your monks are going to be better. You can convert enemy monks. Your economy is going to end up being pretty strong. I suppose the one weakness of that is simply, what if you make too many monks and they go for light cap? And we'll get there. Now, I have to say, Kara really seems to have a build order down for the Bohemians because the blacksmiths are also discounted. So because the blacksmith is only 50 wood, you only need to have, quick math here, 225 wood to go blacksmith market, which is a lot cheaper. So what you can do is you can go up to feudal age even faster. So this is a 22 pop up to the next age, which is so quick. And this is the same thing Kara did against me. Kara just loves to go YOLO, loves to make monks, loves to make the opponent's life absolute hell. Now, Sniper has probably played Kara before. Maybe I'm slipping. Maybe I should have checked to see if they'd played before. I feel like that's a pretty big deal. But yeah, anyways, Sniper plays a lot of games. And Sniper is also around Kara's elo. So I haven't faced... When I played Kara, it had been many, many months. Because Kara is like 200 elo lower. But I think Sniper being around Kara's elo probably has a history. Because Kara plays a lot of games. And this is a pretty interesting fight here. There's no way Sniper was expecting Kara to be in Feudal Age this fast. I mean, this is before the 10-minute mark. And so, unfortunately, Sniper went into that thinking, I'm going to win this fight. And the Feudal Age Scout is always going to get the kill here. So, Sniper does the right move because Sniper Scout is slow and just gets some damage off of that. But now, Sniper can only assume things. Now, the good news for Sniper is that if the enemy goes up to Feudal Age and their name is... if they go up to Feudal Age that quick and their name is Kara... They're probably going for monks because there's no other real arena build that gets you up to Feudal Age that fast. And look at this. Buying some resources, selling the stone. There's no plans for future town centers for this blue player. And this is going to be an insane castle time. It's crazy what just 2K players are capable of nowadays. I suppose that's still like top 400, top 500 if you think about it. But still, crazy castle time. And remember the monasteries. They are very, very, very cheap with Bohemians. So, what's the plan for Sniper? So, Sniper's thinking, well, he's probably going to make some monks. He's going to do what I had done against Gary. He's going to make scouts. Problem is, Teutons are the only civ that don't get light cav. Or actually, that's not technically true, but they're the only civ that can make a stable that does not get light cav. Really not a fan of the stable position because it actually blocks out that gold. But anyways, scouts will still be helpful. And so we're going to see some scouts. And then Sniper must also be thinking about some monks because we're seeing additional villagers go to gold. When you're up against those YOLO players, those players who try and kill you early, guys, as an eco player, you just have to realize the clock is ticking for them and they have to kill you within a certain period of time. It's always in the back of your mind. So you're thinking, they're going all in, let's just weather this storm, and then we're going to win if they don't kill us. Sniper on the way to Castle Age a full 2 minutes later. And this is going to be a 13:20-ish, 13:30-ish castle time for blue, which is insane. But what's crazy about Bohemians is, because you get your mining upgrades for free, you don't need to have as many villagers on gold. You can have villagers and other things. And he actually has pretty decent eco. Look at this. Feudal Age wood upgrade and Feudal Age farm upgrade. And able to afford 3 monasteries. These monasteries are way too cheap. I think this is going to change at some point. Something's going to have to give with this civ. I don't know what it is. but the arena players out there are like, no, don't change it. But here we go. Again, Sniper doesn't see it because Sniper lost the scout. But Sniper is trying to go into a counter. Will eventually, I assume. I'd like to see a bit more in the way of farming right now for Sniper. Sniper might have even changed his mind a little bit. I think Sniper just thought, you know what? I think that I should make monks because it'll counter his monks. Now, credit where credit is due for blue because blue just bought the stone back. It's a little expensive, of course, but bought the stone back and is now going to actually add a bit of eco behind this. So it's a real mind game. That's what's tricky, too. Like, Bohemians can afford to go for... Okay, let me back up and rephrase this. What you're seeing on your screen right now with the eco upgrades and the monasteries is absolutely all in. You cannot add economy type of a build with any other civ. But with Bohemians, they can actually do a little bit of both. So yeah, good macro here from the player who's not really known for that. And Kara also is going to heal up the scout, I believe. That's relic number 1. Of course, will help the economy a little bit as well. And then Sniper's just like, well, I know what to do. And Sniper goes 4 monasteries. And it kind of makes sense. You're later to Castle Age, right? So you're later to Castle. You need to catch up in the monk numbers. Adding a 4th monastery is doable, I suppose. I mean, thank God your farms are cheap with Teutons, because I don't know how you afford 175 wood times 4 for these monasteries and then also have wood for farms. Like, honestly, even with Teutons being here with the cheap farms, I still feel like the Bohemian eco is stronger, which is crazy. Just think of the savings. with these monasteries being so cheap. Anyways, so there's currently 6 monks out there, and we have Fervor for the monk speed. And then here's Blue, and Blue just wants to see what's going on in there. A Sniper will want to rush Atonement pretty quick, and Sniper's going to send a scout out here just to confirm. Now, Sniper didn't really streamline things all that well in this game. Sniper sees the monk and is probably like, I'll get that kill. And now sees the scouts and is like, well, I'm Teutons, so I'll at least get the kill and then I can delete my scout. And, oh, Sniper! Sniper didn't get the snipe, ironically enough. Sniper misjudged that. Tried to delete it before the conversion would come in, because it would have eventually come in. And yeah, Kara's going to go home now with relic number 2, and here comes a siege workshop. So overall, really not a bad play from Kara, because Kara doesn't know what the enemy's doing yet. So Kara thinks the enemy's booming. So monks for map control, and then siege. And it's also 2 TC eco, but the opponent's actually not booming. The opponent's making monks. And this is what I had said is really tricky for Bohemians. It's probably the only counter to it. And now Kara's like, oh my god, this isn't cool. I don't like that. And now Kara says, let's bail on that siege workshop. That's a bit of a waste of wood. It was pretty far along there. Bail on the siege workshop and let's run home right now. So, because Kara was able to go 3 monastery opening and kind of back out of it and go into some type of an eco approach, now Kara's got to think about how you counter this. Now, this is where it gets tricky because Sniper sees a lot of monks, so Sniper assumes with Atonement and with the Teuton bonus, Sniper's going to dominate. Look at Sniper's eco. Monks pumping out all the monasteries, plenty of villagers on gold, not much else. It's just defending from Bohemians. This is what you feel you need to do. There's also Atonement now for Kara, but Kara is getting forging already, and Kara is definitely thinking about switching into something other than just monks. So similar monk numbers in a monk engagement. It would be advantage Teutons due to the resistance. Kara was also able to get 3 relics. Now Sniper is just, trying to gain a position here at this point. Trying to see what's up and then maybe assess from there. So we see a monastery, If you see this, you think full YOLO clown play. You never think the opponent has economy with any other civ. But the economy's decent. Now, some of these resources have to be purchased by Kara. Kara is getting husbandry, and Kara's adding stables to go for light cav, which is the counter to monks. What if Sniper knew that the opponent was going to go for light cav? What Sniper would want to do is go for spearmen, and Sniper did add 1 spearman. I don't think Sniper added the spearman thinking that the enemy was going for a lot of light cav. I think it was just for the 1 scout that's out there. Okay, so here comes the siege workshop to try and break the enemy. That makes sense. And Sniper is fully expecting a crazy clown convert war where you have to click all the enemy monks and then convert those monks and then convert them back, and it's just nonstop clownery, okay? Definitely is what Sniper is expecting. And there's probably a lot of Sniper who's just like, dude, like, are you really going to try and do this against Teutons? I've got the perfect civ for this. Like, look, all you see is monks. All right, the scouts are here. That's going to help a little bit. There's a ram. I'm going to try and break through here. See an attempted conversion there. Blue backs away. Blue's like, uh-oh, we can't start that ball rolling. Can't give any free conversions. I really like this from Blue. I'd like to see the scout maybe patrol in to get any monks, but that's tricky. When I played against Kara today, that was kind of what I was able to do, is pick off those reinforcements. It's a good little move for you. But for now, Kara, who has a villager lead, has 3 stables, and is getting the attack upgrades only. You shouldn't get armor against monks. That doesn't help. It doesn't help against God. But attack does help against God. But you should probably click the light cav upgrade as well, Kara. So in terms of numbers, we're looking at 32 army versus 22. Could easily swing any direction now. There's so many monks out there. And Sniper's just thinking, his eco can't be much better than mine because he's only a couple hundred score ahead. Let's add another monastery and let's just convert everything. Now, I have seen times where the light cav get converted. Light cav are really, really strong. But if you have enough monks, you can get conversions on those. If you get conversions on half of them and then they're fighting for you, it blocks off the other half. You got monks healing as well. What we're seeing from Sniper is pretty much what you see from a lot of arena players. I just think Blue's patience has been so smart. Like, maybe even a second ram a little earlier from Red, and Red would find out what's about to happen. So Blue said, you countered me with your monk play. I can't go for my wagons. You countered me with your monk play. I cannot go for my monks. But you think I've committed to these monks because that's the only thing that I would be able to afford if I was any other civ. It's a new civ. People are still figuring it out. Okay, sees the monks back here. Blue's going to go in for the conversions. Now, this is tricky. This is tricky for Sniper. Sniper's clicking. You can see where Sniper's clicking. But now, as the conversions actually come in on both sides of the monks, the Lycav swoop in, and it's just a disaster for Sniper. Oh, what a disaster. Ah! And that's Arena. Game over. Oh, geez. I mean, to be fair, okay? I know that this video is meant to talk about how strong Bohemians are right now in Arena, and I really do think they are. But to be fair, the Teutons, in defense of Teutons, that really went horrible for Sniper. like, how many conversions were there in that game? Not enough. Oh my God. I mean, that's pretty pathetic, right? I think still, with the amount of time that Blue was able to buy, with how long it took Red to push out across the map, the Lycav and the monks combined would have ended up being better than just the monks. I think if, let's say Sniper would have seen the Lycav, and Sniper would have been able to mix in some pikes, that would have been pretty good. That would have been pretty good. That would have made it an interesting game. But again, it leads me back to, in order to get that many monks and also make pikemen, you have to have some eco flexibility there. And you're pretty all in with these types of builds. So what's crazy is you have one of the best monk civs trying to go monks to just counter the Bohemian monks. But then the Bohemian player was actually able to switch into a semi-solid eco to make other things as well. I mean, look at those resources collected. You would not think that that's possible. And in my experience, Sniper is actually the better player of the two here. That's also just a compliment I needed to give Sniper because he's probably going to see this is on YouTube and he's going to say, T90, I hate you now. I don't know how you say that in French, but yeah. Anyways, tell me what you think. I will have some more games with the Bohemians. I think the big takeaway for me is just that, especially within the realm of Arena, there's so many things they're good at that can scare you. But you have to kind of guess what they're going to go for. And that's always tricky. We saw ACCM struggle. He went for Lycav to counter monks. The monks didn't show up. The wagons showed up. And then here, Sniper didn't go for Lycav to counter monks. Sniper went for monks to counter, maybe you could say monks, or maybe you could say to counter the wagons. And that didn't work either. So the execution could be better. These guys are not in the top 100, but it's a crazy civ. And this is before you even get to talk about the fact that chemistry is available in Castle Age. Before you even get to talk about the fact that if someone makes Lycav against your monks, your spearmen attack 25% faster. I believe a pikeman, though it might depend on upgrades, a pikeman, wait a second. They don't do 25% damage, or 25% faster, sorry. They do 25% more damage because a pikeman will two-shot enemy Lycav. Tell me what you think. Tell me if you want more Bohemians. Tell me if you want to see Bohemians in a certain civ matchup or Bohemians on a certain map. Obviously, the 2 Bohemian uploads have been with Arena. I do have a game, it's kind of like tucked away in case you guys want it, where Leary played with Bohemians and he made a bunch of wagons and it was on an open map. It was against Magyars. It's pretty crazy. If you want to see that one, let me know as well. But anyways, as always, guys, I just want to say thank you. To be able to record games and upload them and have people watch them and be interested in them is great. I know that at least this week, if you've been following the age scene, the game has actually been in a real crazy state. The servers haven't been working, and a lot of people are upset because it was right after they basically added more civs. And I'm with the people who are upset. Like, I love new content, but I'd love to have the game actually working properly, consistently first. But anyways, I'll promise you this. I don't care what state the game is in. I don't care if I need to have 16 hamsters on wheels in my room to get the game running. I'm going to make content for you guys. I love to cast. I love to do this. So thank you for playing your part with your viewing. And let me know everything in the comments. I'll see you soon. All right. Thank you. Take care of yourselves. And goodbye.